Did I scare you?
Yep, so scary.
Yeah. Well, lions, they're so strong and scary, aren't they?
They are so strong. But I've got a hippo and they're really big.
They are. So you've got a hippo that's big. I've got a lion that's strong.
Yeah.
That gives me an idea for today's episode.
Oh?
We should have a look at things like that.
Yeah, so big, so strong, and so mighty.
So mighty. Oh, excellent. So we could sing some songs about it.
Yep, get some craft done.
Yeah, maybe some food.
Ooh, yummy cooking.
Yeah.
All right.
So that sounds exciting. So let's get started.
Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be playing with some toys. I've got some Duplo here, that's what I'm going to start with. That'll be good. But before that, we're going to have a story from Emma. Yeah!
We've got a special story today. It's actually called My God is So Big, and it's written by Catherine Mackenzie and illustrated by Andy Robb. But this story is so big that we're going to read it in 3 pieces. They've got a special theme for each part. Let's see if you can guess what it's about while I read it. Remember, it's called My God is So Big. God is so big. He's bigger than you. He's bigger than me. God is bigger than everybody. He's bigger than the elephant that he created and the mountains that he made. He's bigger than the oceans that he filled with fish and the sky that he filled with birds and clouds. The elephant squirting water, swoosh. God is so big that you can't even measure him. You can't put him in a box or even a building. He's everywhere, all of the time. These two are measuring themselves on a height chart. Maybe you've got one of those at home. He's so big, he created the whole of outer space. All the planets, all the stars and galaxies, even the ones we haven't found yet. He is so big. My God is so big that he even knows everything. He knows about the ants and worms and creepy crawlies. He doesn't forget about them. Creep, 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 flutter, flutter. God is so big that he sees everything. He doesn't need a microscope to see tiny things. My God is so big that he can even see your thoughts and your feelings, even when you try to hide them. Your mum and dad might think that they know what you're thinking about, but even they can't know for sure. You can be saying one thing with your mouth, but thinking something else in your head. But our God is so big that he even knows the thoughts inside your head. Your best friend might think they know everything about you, but there's some things that you keep to yourself. But God can see all of that. My God is so big that he even knows the thoughts in your mind and the feelings in your heart. When you feel angry with someone, God knows. When you feel jealous of your friend, God knows. When you feel sad because you're lonely, God knows. When you're feeling happy because you love God, God knows that too. God is so big that he sees everything you do. God can see behind closed doors and he can see in the dark. Even if you wore the greatest disguise that was ever, and it was so good that even your own granny wouldn't recognize you, God would know exactly who you were. You can't hide from him. God is so big that he knows all that there is to know. He knows if you are helpful or unhelpful, friendly or unfriendly, obedient or disobedient. God knows if you believe in Him or not. He knows if you love Him or if you don't. He knows if you do the right thing or if you don't. God is so big, yet He can live inside you if you ask Him to. If you thank Jesus for dying on the cross for you and ask God to forgive your sins, then God will send His Holy Spirit to you. He will be the special friend that lives inside you, and you'll then be part of God's family. My God is so big that He can be with all of His people all the time, anywhere and everywhere. Isn't He amazing? I'm going to stop that right there because that's the end of the big part. Did you pick that up? That whole part of the book was all about being so big. We're going to have a look at that a little bit more, and let's see what's next.
Look at what I made! I made a house! It's got a chimney and everything! And when I stand next to it, I feel so big! I'm looking down on the house! It's really, well, it's not small, I'm just super big! I'm bigger than the house, I'm bigger than the tow truck, I'm bigger than the horse, I'm bigger than the whale! So many animals I'm bigger than! I'd definitely be bigger than a dog! But dogs come in different sizes. Let's see if we can see some dogs that are maybe big, like me. She's doing craft. I hope it's a big craft. I hope it's a really, really big craft that's bigger than her. That'd be cool. Let's have a look.
In our story, we heard about how big God is and everything that He created, and we're going to make our first craft, which is a beautiful picture about how big God's earth is. In the song, it even sings the words, and you'll hear this a bit later, the mountains are His, the valleys are His, and the stars are His handiwork too. So I thought we'd do a nighttime picture, and you can see in my picture I've got a moon and I have some stars, and there's the mountains, and we even put some snow on the top, and then there's the rivers and some grass next to the river. So we're going to make one of these, and then maybe at the end we'll add some fun animals to it. So to get started, you'll need your background. So I chose black for this one. My first one was blue night sky. This time I'm going to have a black night sky. We'll need to have some mountains, so let's cut out some mountains from this page, and they can be any shape you like. There's no special shapes. Mountains can be all different shapes and sizes. I wonder if you've got mountains near your house. I've got one near mine. Lots of people go bushwalking or maybe ride their bikes on the mountains. And that's a lot of fun. And we're just going to stick our mountain like that up a little bit on the page so there's a gap at the bottom, ready for our river later. I'm going to do another mountain. This one is going to be brown. You can do tall mountains or short mountains. And then we just glue them on the page. Maybe your mountains will be nice colours like green. Maybe you'll do fun ones like purple. Your mountains can be any colour you like, really, can't they? So once we have our mountains on there, we are going to put our river on. So the river goes next. Now I've just cut a swirly line but left the straight bit at the bottom. And I'm going to glue that onto the page next. Now you might want to use paint for your river maybe. Paint's fun. Or maybe you'll do a fun colour for your river. You can choose any colour you like. But my river is blue. And I've put it over the top of the mountains like that. Next, I'm going to add my grass, ready for lots of different creatures to hide inside. Again, I've just chopped out a little spiky, long piece with a straight bit at the bottom. And I'm going to stick that one on. See? And that one's just on the bottom like that. So now I've got the grass, the river, and the mountains, but the sky is all empty. So let's get some stars and a moon into the sky. Maybe your night sky will be cloudy and you'll have some clouds in the sky. Sometimes we go outside to look at the moon and you can't even see it. So there we have 3 stars in the sky, and now I'm going to cut out my moon from a piece of cardboard, like that. Now for this moon, I chose some grey cardboard, but you might choose some yellow cardboard, or maybe you'll colour it in. On this one, I covered it in foil, which is just from the kitchen. See? This piece of foil. So you can do that if you like, and then stick it onto your page, and you've got your night sky like that. Now, I feel like this is missing something, so I got out my watercolor paints. All I need is a wet paintbrush, and I'm just going to add some fun bits to my painting. So I'm going to make the grass look a bit more fun, with some different coloured greens. And you can paint through it all like that. And I'm going to put some fish in the river. You might draw better fish than me. So I've got some fish in the river and some different grass. Maybe we'll put a snake in the grass, hey? That'd be fun. God made the snakes and the fishes in the sea, and the monkeys in the trees. You can draw all sorts of different things on there. And you can even put some snow on the top if that's what you'd like to do. And you might come up with your own and they'll look completely different to mine. I wonder what yours will look like. Maybe you'll put trees on them. Good luck with creating your beautiful picture of God's big earth.
How much fun was it looking at all the big things like hippos and the craft? But God isn't just big. He's other things too. So let's go and see Emma and she'll tell us what else God is.
All right. We're going to read the next part of our story now. The last part was about how big God is. Let's see if you can guess what this next part's about. My God is so strong, He's stronger than lions. They pounce and roar and attack. Other animals are scared of them, but lions are not stronger than God. Lions get their food from God. They depend on Him. God is so strong that even lions do what He tells them to do. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den. That's a story in the Bible. But the lions couldn't touch him because God sent angels to protect him. My God is so strong, He can even walk across water. That's true, it really is. Can you walk across water? No, you can't do that. But our God is stronger than us and stronger than the churning oceans. Just one word from God and the oceans even obey Him. Jesus told the waves to be quiet and the wind stopped. That's another story in the Bible. Even the waves did what Jesus told them. And then Jesus walked right across the water, and his friends, the disciples, saw him and they were amazed. My God is so strong, he's stronger than the strongest man. There's another story in the Bible about a strong man called Samson, and he even defeated a really big giant. But Samson still wasn't stronger than God was. No one is. God made people. Some get sick and need looking after, but God is so strong, he lasts forever. He's eternal. That's a big word, lasts forever. God is so mighty, he can even stop sickness. When Jesus was on earth, he cured the sick. He made blind people see again, and people that couldn't walk, they jumped up and leaped and ran and all over the place. He healed people. We should all sing praises to God and shout out about how wonderful and strong he is. Did you guess what that part was about? That's right, and it's about God being so strong. Let's see what's next.
Oh, that book's the same book, but now it's about being strong. Well, I've been playing with my dinosaurs here and they're really strong. Well, their arms aren't. They haven't got very strong arms, but their legs, oh, you can tell they do their squats. Oh, yeah. You know what? I reckon I'm pretty strong too. I reckon I could lift up my mum. That's how strong I am. Let's have a look at some kids and see whether or not they can lift up their parents like I can.
Mommy, yeah? Lift your legs up. I can't pretend to lift you up. I lift Mommy up.
That was really funny. Oh, yeah. Okay, next, Emma's doing some more craft with some animals. I don't think they're dinosaurs. I hope they are, but maybe other animals. I hope they're big, strong animals. That'd be cool. Let's see what we can make.
In our book, it talks about big, strong, and mighty. So we're going to make some special masks so that you can be strong and mighty too. Because God created all the animals of the world, we thought we might make some animal masks. The first one I've made, which is the lion, the one I've got here. Rah! You could make that one at home. That's just a paper plate, and I've drawn on the face. You could even cut the eyes out if you want to be able to see through it. And then I've used some yellow and orange paper to make the fun mane around the outside. That might be a fun one to make at home. The other one I'm going to make has a long trunk out the front. Yep, you guessed it, it's an elephant. So we're going to make an elephant. This doesn't look like an elephant though. This is just the band that'll go around his head. So get some cardboard or paper, cut it nice and thin and measure it around your head so that you can cut it out and make it the right size for your head and sticky tape it together like that so you've got the band. Now for an elephant, we will need a big long trunk and some big flappy ears, So I've cut out a trunk for our elephant, but you might make a different one. You might make one where you put newspaper into a stocking and then it can dangle and swing around, or you might cut one out like me. So I've just cut one out and I'm gonna stick that to the front of my band, just using some sticky tape. So take some sticky tape and then just stick it on the front there like that, and it goes like that on the front. So we've got our trunk. Next we need some big elephant ears, don't we? So I've got 2 pieces of grey cardboard for this. If you don't have grey cardboard, you can just use normal paper and colour it in, or leave it white, or maybe you'll have a fun different coloured elephant kind of ears, who knows. So I'm just going to draw some big ears on my cardboard, ready to cut out. Just like that, and I'll take my scissors. You might need an adult to help you with this one. I'm going to be tricky and put my 2 pieces together so that they're the same shape. And we just cut around where we've drawn. So you can make your ears any shape you'd like, really. We know it's an elephant. It's just for fun. Or maybe you'll choose a different animal altogether. Maybe you'll choose a different mighty animal. Maybe you'll use a crocodile. They're pretty mighty and scary. Or maybe you'll use a tiger. I think they're pretty cool too. Now I've just left a little bit of cardboard poking off the end of my ears so that we can actually stick it to our band around our head, and I've just folded that down so that you can stick it on, or so I can stick mine on anyway. And I'm just going to stick it onto the side like that with my sticky tape. So I'll take some more sticky tape and I put the ear where I want it, and I just sticky tape it on. Might need a few pieces. Like that. You see, we've got a big wobbly elephant ear. Let's stick the other one on. I think Craig's going to look pretty awesome in this elephant mask. Maybe you will think he looks like a real elephant. I'm not sure. It's a bit tricky doing this sticky tape. You might need someone to help. See how you go. And there is our elephant mask. It just sits on your head like that. That's pretty fun, isn't it, with the big ears and my big long trunk? I wonder what animal you will choose for your mask. We've got a lion and an elephant. I can't wait to hear what you've made. Let's see what's next.
Those masks look really cool. I like them. Well, now it's time to sing a song, sing out loud and sing out strong. Do you see what I did there? Strong, yeah. Let's do it.
Jesus is my best friend, my best friend, my best friend. Jesus is my best friend. He's always there for me. Jesus is my best friend, my best friend, my best friend. Jesus is my best friend. He's always there for me. On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Jesus is my best friend. He's always there for me. Yeah. Jesus is my best friend, my best friend, my best friend. Jesus is my best friend. He's always there for me. On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Jesus is my best friend. He's always there for me. He's always there for me. He's always there for me.
What a great song that was. Hey, so we've learned that God is so big And he's so strong. But I think there's one more thing that God is. So let's go to Emma now and she'll tell us what the third one is.
So we started our story with God being so big and then God being so strong. The last bit of our story is about God being so mighty. Let's hear what the story has to say about that. God is so mighty that he can change you. God can make you more like Jesus. God can help you to obey him and to love him. God makes you into a new person. That is amazing. That is mighty. God is so mighty that he even came back from the dead, didn't he? When Jesus died, 3 days later, he came back to life. He is so mighty. If you ask God to forgive you, he will forgive you. God will give you forever with him. And you can come to heaven and be with him one day. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. Look, they're running through the forest there with their dog, and there's birds tweeting. There's even baby birds in the nest. And there's a duck with some baby ducks. God created all of that. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. Everything is under God's big love. Think about the millions of people in the world. God knows about every single one of them. He even knows the day when we'll meet him face to face. God never gets sleepy. Every morning you wake up, but in a few hours' time you go back to sleep again. God doesn't need to sleep. He's always awake. Sometimes you have great fun on your holidays, but God's so big and so strong and so mighty that he doesn't have to take a break or a holiday. God never stops loving his people. God loves them too much for that. His love is just so big, it has no end. God knows what he's doing. He's always ready. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. He's got everything sorted. Every year has new seasons. In the spring, the plants grow. In the summer, the trees grow fresh fruit to eat. In the autumn, some leaves fall off. And then in the winter, the cold weather comes. This has happened every year since you were born. It's happened every year since your grandmother was born. For thousands of years, seasons have come and gone because God is always working and taking care of things. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. Everything belongs to him. All the mountains, rivers, plants, and animals belong to God. God made them. They were his idea and he cared for them. He wants us to care for them too. But there's one thing he wants us to do most of all, and that's to love him. If you love Jesus, it isn't possible to imagine all the wonderful things that he will do for you, but the most wonderful thing will be going to live with Jesus one day. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. My God can do anything. Do you like going home at the end of a busy day? One day, if you love Jesus, he'll take you to live with him in his house. It's called heaven. It's going to be amazing and so much fun. And everything is perfect because Jesus Christ is there and he made it. Every moment there will be fun because my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that he cannot do for me and you. That's true. That's the end of the story. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about how God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. Let's see what's happening next.
Hey, we got to the end of the book! And now I'm sitting on my Thomas the Tank Engine toy and I'm having a ride! strong and super big and really mighty. Let's sing a song about big, strong and mighty.
Hey kids, join in this song if you know it, sing along. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do.
That's true.
My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do.
That's true.
The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. That's true. Let's do it again. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do.
That's true.
My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do.
That's true.
The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. That's true.
That was a cool song, just like the book. Big, strong and mighty. Hey, Thomas, do you want to eat some coal? I'm not going to eat some coal. I want to eat something else. What's Cook and Leash?
Well, Doug, because we're talking about being big, strong and mighty today, I thought that I would show you how to make some yummy kids energy bites filled with lots of really great ingredients that will make you not only be big and strong, but also make your mind be big and strong because they've got some lots of good things in there. And the ingredients of what you need will come up on the screen now. Now, as you can see from those ingredients, we're using a lot of nuts today. So if you've got a nut allergy, I'm really sorry, this is not the recipe for you. Maybe skip back and have a look at our cookies that we made last time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our walnuts and we're gonna pop them in a food processor along with our pepitas. Now these are pumpkin seeds, so lots of really good vegetable energy in here too today. Now we're gonna give this a really big blitz, so it's gonna get loud. And we want it super fine, so keep going until it's really, really, really fine. The next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna add the rest of our dry ingredients. So we're gonna add our oats. We're going to add our cocoa powder, make it all nice and chocolatey. And we're gonna add our salt. Just a little bit of salt in there, just so it's not too sweet. We're gonna be adding lots and lots of honey later. And we're gonna give that another blitz. All right, I've let that blitz for about 30 seconds and it's all nice. Now we're gonna add our wetter or stickier ingredients. We are going to add our nut butter. Now I am using a cashew butter, but you can use peanut butter or almond butter or a mix of butter, whatever you prefer can go in there. So I'm gonna add this in. Oh, it is very sticky. And our honey, we're using lots of yummy honey. Watch this. Oh, doesn't that look good? Scrape it all in. You want to get all this yummy, goldeny goodness. Lots of natural energy in there. Yum. And the last thing that I'm adding is a little bit of melted coconut oil. And once again, we're going to give that a blitz. So you can see it all starts to clump together in a mound of sticky goodness. Now we're about to get rolling. I'm gonna put some gloves on because this is gonna be really sticky for the first part, but Ethan really wanted to join me for this part. Ethan, do you wanna come and help?
Yeah.
So now that we've got our assistant with us, we are ready to start scooping. Now we're going to get it to about a teaspoon of the mixture at a time, give it a little roll. And now what we want to do is, because they are still a little bit sticky, we want to roll them in something that's going to mean that we can pick them up and eat them without being covered in sticky stuff. So you can roll them in whatever you like. We've got some cocoa powder here, we've got some more nuts if you want more nuts, and we've got some chocolate. Guess which is Ethan's favourite. So I'm going to and if you can either put this on a plate and roll it on a plate, or you can pop it together. So we've rolled that one in chocolate for my friend Ethan over here, who loves his chocolate. And you can make whatever size ones you want. You can make kid size ones, you can make adult size ones. This one will roll in nuts. Whoops. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna tip my nuts on there. That might be easier to roll in. What do you think? Do you think that looks good? And you just keep going with the mixture until you've rolled them all. And then you've got a really yummy energy snack that's good for kids and adults too, that will make you big, strong, and mighty. Thanks for joining us today. Ethan, do you want to try some?
Yes.
Good. Ethan approved. See you next time. Bye.
Well, we've had a snack and now we're full of energy. Craig, let's do some stuff outside.
Hey guys, it's time for action. So stand up off your couch, off your chair, off whatever you're sitting on, and do some actions with me. Well, today we learnt that God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. So we're going to pretend to be some animals that are those things. So, what's a big thing? What's a big animal? I'm thinking an elephant. All right, let's pretend to be elephants. Are you ready? Here we go. Get those trunks going. You're a big elephant. You're really, really big. All right, maybe move from side to side. Were you a good elephant? All right, what's something that's really strong? I'm thinking a lion, because we saw that earlier, didn't we? All right, ready? Pretend to be lions. Roar! 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 I want to hear a big roar. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think you can do louder. I'll help this time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Roar! All right, so we're big and we're strong, mighty. There's lots of animals that are mighty, but I'm thinking a shark. That's a good action, isn't it? Because I think sharks are pretty mighty. So let's pretend to be sharks and going around. Be a shark. Be a shark. Dun 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 dun. Oh, that was pretty good. So we're going to do those 3, and I'm just going to call them out. Ready? Be an elephant. Be a lion. Roar. Be a shark. Dun 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 dun. Be an elephant. Be a lion. Roar. Be a shark. Dun 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 dun. You were so good at those. All right, let's see what's next.
Well, I've had fun today with all the stuff we did and with playing with my toys. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye.
That was a lot of fun today. I really enjoyed seeing Sylvie's music and special guests of the hippo and the lion bouncing all over the place.
That was pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
And you did some craft.
We did do some craft, so I get to be a lion and I made a special mask for you, Craig.
Yep.
What animal are you, Craig?
I don't know. What is this?
It's an elephant. You've got a trunk and 2 big ears, and I've got a nice big mane.
Oh, so I'm big and
I'm mighty.
Excellent.
And strong. And we did a special landscape about God's amazing earth because it's so big and there's so many different things in God's earth.
So many.
Yeah, we chose mountains and nighttime, but maybe at home you might have done a daytime one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yours might look very different.
Oh, we had so much fun cooking and songs and activities.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun too, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya.